For my intercultural presentation, I have been assigned the Huli tribe. The Huli tribe resides in the highland regions of the Hela province of Papua New Guinea. Rooted in deep tradition, the members of the Huli tribe live their lives according to culture and tradition. The Huli tribe are said to be descendants of one man called Huli. They have inhabited the Hela province for over 1,000 years. Although they have no written histories, members of the tribe can recount lengthy oral histories of their clans and ancestors. Pigs are the largest currency in Huli culture. They are used to pay for the bride price, death, and other ritual payments. Man's standing in the community is based on his wealth in pigs. The more pigs a man has, the bigger the man. The Huli men are also known as proud and fearless warriors. According to the website Any Way in a Way, which is dedicated to bringing different cultures to light through information and photography, it is stated, quote, Huli chiefs come to power through their skills at war, ability to mediate disputes, and to amass wealth in pigs and kuna shells, end quote. In the Huli culture, men and women live separately, and women are strictly forbidden from entering a man's house. Women bunk with children and piglets, and marital relations take place in community gardens. In an article entitled Huli Culture, it says, quote, unmarried Huli men prepare for adulthood in a unique way. They enter a school for bachelors for a period of 18 months to 3 years, where they receive instruction on the biological and ritual processes of masculinization, end quote. During this time, any contact with women, including children, women, and sisters, is forbidden. During this time, they participate in possibly the most notable tradition of the Huli tribe, wig making. In the National Student, quote, the Huli people are also often referred to as Huli wigmen, end quote. In this school for bachelors, young men are instructed to learn to make wigs of their own hair. They eat a restricted diet, are regularly doused with ritual water to assist in growing strong hair, and they even sleep sitting up to prevent smashing existing hair. When it comes time for them to cut their hair, under the direction of a wig man, they shape it using a bamboo band that goes around the head into the shape of a mushroom. The bands change as the hair grows longer and eventually attains the required shape. When it is time to cut the hair, it is clipped as closely to the scalp as possible, and the hair is then adorned and often dyed. The process in its entirety takes about 18 months. Men typically have more than one wig, one for everyday use and others for special occasions. After they have completed growing and making their own wig, they graduate and wear elaborate wigs showing that they have passed on to adulthood. Traditionally, they decorate themselves with red ochre paint and yellow clay called ambua that covers most of their skin as decoration. They also adorn themselves with a quill put through their nose, kuna shell necklaces, a hornbill bird beak on their back, a knife made of bone adhered to their belt, a snakeskin forehead band, a string bag, a loincloth made of leaves, and several dangling pig's tails attached to a belt meant to attract women. They wear many variations of jewelry as well. Women wear long grass skirts that are often dyed black. Younger women must cover their chests, while older women are not required to do so and often go nude. Women also typically adorn themselves with different types of jewelry and face paint. Men and women both wear identical string bags to carry goods such as sweet potatoes and tobacco for the men, along with other supplies. The majority of the culture remains the same as it always has, with little change over time. Many of us have most likely not heard of the Huli tribe because they were not discovered by Europeans until the 1930s. According to Wild Junket, quote, today, this part of Papua New Guinea is still the most densely populated area of the country, and yet it remains the least developed, end quote. This means that there has been relatively no change in culture of the Huli tribe since it was discovered in the 1930s. There have been smaller groups of the Huli people who have adopted a more modern lifestyle and seek to further do so, but they have faced difficulty in obtaining basic necessities because they lack electricity and the ability to buy purchasable goods because there are none. Where in their provincial upbringing, those things such as warmth, shelter, and food had been provided within their cultural lifestyle. The Huli language is a Trans-New Guinea language. It is a verbal language that consists of a unique dialect. Some Huli people also speak what is known as Tok Pisin, which is a variation of Creole spoken throughout Papua New Guinea and has influences from English, German, and Melanesian languages. The Huli tribe way of life could be considered simple in comparison to the way that we live life, but they have stayed true to their culture and their communication. They communicate amongst themselves and with others for trading purposes. The chiefs of the respective clans report to the regional chief, who manages conflicts between clans. They also arrange marriages, spread the bounty of pig slaughters and other goods, and look after the different clans within the specific region. The Huli have been known to be welcoming and friendly to visitors. They settle disputes with only those who are part of the immediate problem, and when a problem is solved, it is finished. We could learn a thing or two from the Huli tribe on this front. By studying other cultures, such as the Huli tribe, we can learn many valuable things. Culture and tradition, concepts that are fading in today's society, can be seen and admired. Even if only to open our minds and change our perspectives, the Huli tribe has made their mark. This is a traditional Huli wig man working on one of his wigs. These are women of the Huli tribe.